here at Appro again, and John pulled me over. We've got to take a look at this thing. It's what, gaming for financial services, essentially?
Well, it's yeah, I guess it's not risk takers, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's got this machine is our HF1, our high frequency server.
So high frequency trading. Let's talk about that for a minute. These are guys to whom milliseconds are money.
Right, right.
And they're trying to get a trade off into the exchange before anybody else does.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And it's a big deal, and they will spend whatever it takes to be able to do it because it's massive.
Yeah, it's purely about performance. What they're looking for is they focus on network latency, but network latency, everybody's playing on the same playing field.
Flat.
What they're looking for is a differentiator that'll give them a competitive edge.
But you were saying that it's single-threaded applications, so the industry is going away from them.
Right. So when our customers, a couple of our prospective customers came to us and said, hey, you know what? We feel that the way the technology is going is not addressing our needs, and what they needed faster clock frequencies, not necessarily more cores.
So the faster frequency, don't care about the threading so much.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So, and they wanted.
They're not going to virtualize anything.
Right. Right. So they were looking purely for performance and speed, and they said, hey, I like what these guys are doing in the gaming world, but I need the reliability and the serviceability of a server. It's got to be a server.
So what do you put together?
So what we put together here was what is a heart of a gaming system inside of a server body. Okay, we have a server board in here that we are overclocking the two Intel Xeon processors. As you can see, there's CPU blocks with coolant coming in and out. Yep. This is a completely closed loop cooling system where you have a reservoir of coolant. Okay, and then it's going through the CPU to remove the heat. That heated liquid is being cooled by this radiator that has fans attached to it.
Good.
So it's a standard front pull push back cooling methodology. And by doing that, what we're able to do is we're able to overclock the processors from a standard 3.1 gigahertz all the way up to 4.4 gigahertz.
4.4.
Right. And
now that's reliably 4.4.
Reliably
factory tested 4.4.
Right.
That's a big deal.
On all cores, by the way. So all 6 cores, all 12 cores are running at 4.4 gigahertz.
That's a big deal.
Right, and it is a difference maker for these guys that where sub-microseconds, it makes a big difference for them.
Yeah.
Okay, so this gives them a performance edge.
But the key is, though, it's still a server, and it's got the server reliability. You said it also has remote management?
Well, the things that we take for granted for a server is really not addressed in the gaming market, right?
No.
So, I mean, what gamer wants to have remote management to their gaming
That's
machine?
just overhead.
Right.
Yeah.
So what we did was we integrated a remote management capability so that you'd be able to remotely manage the entire server, power on, power off, get into the BIOS, check out the system health remotely. Okay? Yeah. We also put in things like redundant power supplies, serviceable power supplies, redundant disks, either SSDs or hard drives, DVD-ROM to put software into. Okay. And so this is a 3U server box. I mean, if you look at it from the outside, it looks like a regular 3U server box.
I mean, it's essentially, you got gigabit, we got gigabit I/O in the back there. I mean, it's essentially a gamer box without the video.
Yes.
Right?
And with all the reliability and availability and serviceability that you would expect from the server.
How long has this been out?
This was launched, I think, a couple months ago, I would think. Okay. It was a pretty big splash. We've been getting a lot of interest in the box. We've actually have some customers that are testing this at the exchange. Okay. So we're hopeful that in the next foreseeable future, in the next quarter or so, we'll be able to make some public announcements.
See, this is the niche-y kind of thing that the major guys don't.
Oh, they won't even touch this.
No, they don't have enough volume on it.
Yeah, I mean, because our prospects actually came to us and told us, you know, we really originally approached the big guys to do it, but they didn't want to touch it.
No.
Right? So, but we, as a kind of a leading edge, high-performance computing specialist, we said, hey, that's a challenge. We'll take on that challenge.
Yeah.
And it's really consistent with our overall corporate messaging, which is really all about performance.
That's a really interesting box. You want to give me a price range on something like this? Can
well,
you
it's expensive.
Oh yeah, it's not going to be cheap.
But expensive is relative.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So a box like this is probably going to cost you anywhere from about $15,000 to $25,000.
I was actually expecting a little bit
more than that. Yeah. So there you go. It's actually affordable.
I wouldn't say that.
Okay, I'm sorry.
But It's a little better than I thought. But that's interesting. How many memory sockets we have?
Well, we got 6 memory sockets per CPU, so you got 12 memory sockets, which means you can do about 96 gigabytes.
Okay. Very cool. Well, thanks again, and we'll talk to you later.
All right, thank you. Bye.